Hello, my book reading and book writing friends. How much should it cost you to self-publish? If you want to find out more about this, then stay tuned and I'll let you know. Hi there. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Lisa Oliver. I am an MM paranormal romance author, which means I write about men finding love with other men in various forms, such as furry shifters, fae, vampires that don't sparkle, and goodness knows what else. I have also been known to write a rather cool series about ancient gods finding love as well. Anyway, if you want to learn more about me and what I do, then you can check me out on Amazon. Just simply type in Lisa Oliver. Now, more importantly, I am a self-published author. I have been for 8 years, and I live on the income that I make from my books. It is my only source of income, and I've been making a very comfortable income for the past 8 years. Some of it's luck, some of it's good management. I've learned a lot along the way, and this is what I want to share with you. So today we're going to talk about how much it will cost you to self-publish your book. And unfortunately, that answer can be anything from $0 to $10,000 and beyond. It's entirely up to you. But firstly, I do want to add a little qualifier. This video is made on the assumption that you have access to a device where that you can use to write on, and a device that you can use to upload to the internet. I figure if you are watching this video, then you have those options available to you. But please note, if they cost you anything, for example, if you are buying access to Wi-Fi at a cafe or what have you, I haven't included those costs in my discussion here because I'm sitting at home, and incidentally, I think my Wi-Fi costs me $60 a month, but as I use it for a lot of things apart from just writing, I do not include it as a full cost of business or as a cost of self-publishing. However, so we're going to assume you have those things already. Now, the other things that you will need if you want to self-publish is, you need access to the internet, you need access to a writing program, whichever one suits you best. I personally use Microsoft Word, and yes, I buy a subscription for that every year. I do not include that in the cost of self-publishing either because I use it for a lot of things. But basically, those are the means that I use to write. If you are looking for free writing programs similar to Word, then definitely Google it. I think OpenOffice is still available, and that allows you to create docx documents that can be uploaded to Amazon, and that is all you need. Your other alternative is, if you are a Mac user, is to use Pages, which I also understand is free for people who have a Mac, and I believe they also have an option in Mac to upload or save your document as a docx file extension. So we've got that taken care of, all right? But you have written your book and it's finished. You've typed the end, and now you have decided you want to self-publish because you want to see your book out like within the foreseeable future. And you've already been developing the marketing for it because you have been watching my marketing video step by step, explaining how you're meant to build anticipation for it before it comes out. But now you've come to the self-publishing thing. You've decided you're going to put it up on Amazon, on KDP. You have signed up for your free account, and now you're stuck because you don't know what it is you need to do next or how much those steps are going to cost you. So the first thing you need, or perhaps I should just briefly explain, what you need is, you need a cover, you need a blurb, your book needs to be edited, and that's it. Okay, that's all you need to put your book on Amazon. Editing is by far probably the most important It is the most important thing a self-published author should have, who should pay for, and it is also the one where the costs for it vary. It is possible to get this done for free. Okay, you simply need to have a family friend who has training in editing, perhaps. You may have access to university students. Maybe they're happy to edit in exchange for a free meal or whatever it is that that students do these days. But first of all, look to family members and friends, and they are most likely to do it for free. The second thing you can do is, if you've already started building a group or belong to groups, you might at least ask people for beta reading. However, note, beta reading and proofreading are not editing, and you still need an editor. The most effective way to find an editor is to ask one of your favorite authors, or ask in an author group pertaining to your genre again, but the costs for it are going to vary. It really depends on, I'm not going to say the level of depth or expertise. I started off, when I started paying, inverted commas, for editors, I was actually doing a reciprocal arrangement with another editor, with another author. We used to edit each other's books. It's quite effective. Doesn't cost us anything except a bit of time to edit your friend's book. Definitely, by far, if you're a newbie, that is what I would recommend, because not only will your author friend be able to do you an edit, they will also be able to let you know if you've got any plot holes or any issues with your story, particularly if they're sort of in a similar genre to you are. So on that end of the scale, editing doesn't have to cost you anything at all. I am probably in the middle of the scale. I pay $240 for editing every time I have a book edited, and that's with 2 editors. Neither one of them are professional, but they are very effective, and that's what I need. I like my books to be edited in terms of have I got names wrong? Have I put commas in the wrong place and things like that? I do not need or I actually don't want my book edited in terms of style. So I'm happy to, pay friends and pay people to edit my book so that I don't make a fool of myself when I put it up on Amazon, like I did for the first book I ever published, which wasn't edited at all. And incidentally, it's still on Amazon and it still hasn't been edited. I've been busy. But if you are looking for a reasonable, cost-effective editor, my daughter is one of my editors. She runs Publication Pixie, which you can find on Facebook, and I believe she charges about $120 to $140 roughly for a 50,000 word manuscript. Obviously, if it's more, it's going to cost more, and this is something else that impacts the cost of editing. But overall, if you have got a limited budget and you are counting pennies, the money you want to spend is on your editing, because that is what's going to count when it comes to gaining loyal readers and retaining readers so that they will come back and look for your second, third, and subsequent books. Okay, so we'll put that at $120, shall we? Just as an average. The cover is the other thing that you may or may not spend money on. Now, if you have any graphic design skills at all, then definitely do it yourself. However, there are people make packages, pre-make covers that are usually cheap enough to buy. You simply need to Google for pre-made covers in XYZ genre, whatever genre that you're looking for. And chances are somebody has done some. Another place that you can buy a cover from if you want, although I will not endorse them because I don't use them, is Fiverr. have artists and what have you. Now, I have gotten design aspects from Fiverr artists before, but not for book covers. So I can't give any testimony to how good or bad they are, but I would genuinely recommend you looking there first, and I would genuinely recommend that you look at people who have got a minimum of 100 5-star reviews before you start giving them any money, because this is important to you and you're on a budget. So if you do have to buy a cover, then you can look at that. But personally, I pay for a subscription with Shutterstock to get my images from there, and I make my own covers in Photoshop. Although later this week, if you like and subscribe my channel, you will be able to watch me creating a cover in Canva, which is something I haven't done before, and I'm going to try and do it all for free. So just to show that it can be done. I've never done it before, so it's going to be a learning curve for me as well, but I thought we'd give it a go, and I'm going to give it a go on camera. So there you go. Watch out for that. It should be, if it's not out now, it will be out within a couple of days, because I'm making that video as soon as I finish making this one. Well, no, there isn't a finally. That's it. Self-publishing isn't complicated, okay? It's not rocket science. You need a cover, and you'll need your book to be the best that it can be. But that is all you need to self-publish. These companies that tell you that they can self-publish you for $800, $1,000, $10,000, or anything in between, all they're doing is what you can do yourself. A cover and the editing. The editing, find a friend. Find a student, a university student who wants to make some extra dollars. Find someone who will help you, that you can reciprocate with. This is what all this social marketing and all this marketing steps that I have... it's all in my step-by-step marketing, about joining groups, talking to people in your community, talking to people and finding out how they do things, because you can guarantee they're doing it for cheap. Do not spend money to publish your book. Do not pay money to a company to publish your book. Do not do that. Okay? You can do it yourself, and you get more from it. Okay? So, editing and covers are the only two things you may need to spend money on. But there are ways of doing it for free. So if somebody says to me, "Oh, how much does it cost to self-publish your book?" I tell them the truth. Nothing at all. Because it is perfectly feasible for you to have a well-edited book with a gorgeous cover up on Amazon for absolutely no money at all. All it takes is a bit of time and a bit of research. So please don't lend into the idea that it's going to cost you a fortune to self-publish. I have 82 titles on Amazon, which you can go and check for yourself. And as I say, at the moment, my sum cost for everything I do, I pay $240 every time I get my book edited. I pay $50, roughly $50 a month, I think it is, for my Shutterstock subscription, because I like the photos that are in there. And I now pay a personal assistant to do my promotions for me, because I'm busy and I've got a lot of other things to do. I prefer writing to promoting. So I pay her $100 a month. And if you are interested in that service, then please click below, because that's my daughter with her Publication Pixie service, and she does a very excellent job, even if I do say so myself. But apart from that, these big costs for covers, for editing and everything else, they are just not necessary. Get to know the people in your genre. Get to know readers, get to know editors, get to know authors in your genre, and start finding out how they do it. Because you can bet your bottom dollar they're not spending 5, 10, or even more. That didn't come out right, did it? 5,000, 10,000 or more to publish a book. It would be ridiculous to do that. How on earth would you make any money? So remember, if you want to self-publish on KDP, on Amazon, it is actually free. You just have to be a little bit canny about where you get your book edited, how you get your book edited, and how you can negotiate a really awesome cover. Okay? But first, of course, you've got to type the end. So keep writing, my friends. Keep going. And if you're interested in writing sprints, have you checked out my other channel, which is Lisa Writes? The link for that is also below. Only I have found that my productivity has gone through the roof since I've started doing writing sprints. And I never had anyone to do them with. And now I do them with you. So check out my other channel and see how you get on with that. Have I asked you to hit like and subscribe? It would be really neat if you did. That it really does help my channel, and my channel's quietly growing the way I'd like it to, and that is really cool. I'm so proud of that. And otherwise, all that's left for me to tell you is to hug the ones you love, my friends. Happy Pride Month, and we'll see you again in the next video. Bye.